Hello everyone, welcome back to Teacher with Wings, where we talk about education, educational behavior and so much more, which has apparently got a lot to do with your child's growth years. In my last few videos, I've talked so much about skills versus scores and how exactly one can literally work towards developing specific skills. तो अभी तक कुछ skills को मैंने already cover कर लिया है. इसी journey को आगे take forward करने के लिए आज मैं एक और important skill की बात करने वाली हूँ. But just as I always do, I'll begin with my most favorite question. What according to you is the most important skill that one needs to master in his or her life? I know, the answers are going to be definitely popping out from different places in different varieties. But before we really get into that, let me give you a context. आज हम लोग अपने context में दो amazing, spectacular and I think the best in their fields leaders की बात करने वाले हैं. Number one is going to be the second time Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and the second one will be the tech giant who is literally on a mission to make impossible possible, Elon Musk. Apparently, ये दोनों लोग अपने fields में I think the best possible personalities हैं, but at the same time, अगर हम बात करें people connect की या फिर in the easiest manner, if we talk about their connect with people in terms of their public speaking skills, I'm sure that the brownie point is going to go to Narendra Modi ji. So this video is going to be dedicated to talk about public speaking. We hear about it at different places. बहुत सारे जगहों पे इसकी proper training and skills वाली class भी चलती है. But all my life I have strongly believed that skills are something which you can develop absolutely for free. The only thing that you need is dedication and actually the willpower to do it. Just to add as one more reason to actually help out all of those people, in this video I'll talk about 4 different types of public speakers. ये मेरा फेवरेट काम है. मैं कभी भी किसी भी टॉपिक या किसी भी सेक्शन के बारे में डिटेल में बात करने से पहले उसको थोड़ा सा बाइफिकेट कर देती हूँ, बिकॉज आई थिंक bifurcation makes the process of understanding easier and at the same time more impactful. So let's begin with the 4 major types of speakers before we actually talk about anything else. According to me and according to my little bit of research and experience, I consider that the speakers can be broadly divided into 4 different categories. Obviously, it has got a lot to do with what kind of presentation they give, and that also acts as one of the reasons why they are put into a certain category. Let's begin with the most commonly seen public speakers, or the most commonly or frequently existing category of public speaker, and that would be the demonstrative public speakers. आपने बहुत बार देखा होगा छोटे छोटे एडवर्टाइजमेंट में, बड़े बड़े शोज में, इनफैक्ट बहुत सारी जगहों पे लोग किसी भी प्रोडक्ट या प्रोटोटाइप को बहुत डिटेल में प्रेजेंट करते हैं. Take the example of a small advertisement. Even if it's a small advertisement of barely 30 seconds, but if the person who's presenting it has the capability, then I'm sure that he or she will definitely persuade you to buy whatever XYZ thing that person is presenting. So these are the demonstrative speakers. Obviously, if we talk about what do they present, I would rather say it is very much confined to what is being given to them. यानी कि context रहता है, काफी close-knit box item रहता है, and they basically have to present. That doesn't mean that their intellectual part is not actually functioning at this point of time. That definitely is. But on top of everything, things become more convenient for them because they have a confined section to touch upon or to talk upon. So that's my category number 1, the demonstrative public speakers. कैटेगरी नंबर 2 की तरफ चलते हैं, जहां हम बात करने वाले हैं ओकेजनल पब्लिक स्पीकर्स की. कई बार आपने देखा होगा that people come to you and they say that, oh, this person was just so amazing at XYZ place, but I don't know what has happened to he or she. Well, maybe they are the ones who are in the occasional public speakers category. These are the people who may not be extremely confident to talk about or present their ideas everywhere, in every context or maybe in every environment. But as a matter of fact, given that their comfort is taken care of and the audience is a maybe known and well-versed audience, they can come up as the best possible speaker. एग्जाम्पल के लिए दिस इज अगेन just out of my own observation. So initially when Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister, he did give a lot of speeches, not just in India but also in different parts of the world. Now this is exclusively my own understanding, that in the last after completing one term and then now getting on to the second, on the verge of completing the second term, he has evolved as more of a public friendly speaker rather than just an occasional speaker, because now that everything is very much in place, language is not a barrier, presenting your ideas within ease is not a barrier, and on top of everything being an independent and influential speaker, तो उनके पास हमेशा से इसकी USP रही ही थी. So I think the ones who are whose comfort or maybe the ability to come up as an amazing and a spectacular / influential speaker has got a lot to do with the kind of environment they are confined in, or maybe the environment in which they are presenting, then I would rather put them into the second category of occasional public speakers. Occasion है, मेरे फेवर का है, मैंने बोल दिया, and then I become like the star of the gathering. But वहीं पे अगर थोड़ा सा भी गोलमाल हो जाए तो maybe that will become a big time headache for me. अब चलते हैं अपने कैटेगरी नंबर 3 की तरफ. These are the persuasive or the persuading public speakers. ये एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग सी कैटेगरी है, बिकॉज टू परसुएड समवन इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट स्किल्स दैट इफ समबडी हैज देन लाइफ फॉर दैट पर्सन इज अमेजिंग. बहुत बार देखा होगा आप लोगों ने कि अमंग योर ओन सिबलिंग्स इटसेल्फ कोई ना कोई होगा जो अपनी बात कैसे भी रो के गा के सर पटक के मनवा ही लेता होगा, wherein the other person would be like somewhere down the line in the state of struggling, बोलूं कि नहीं बोलूं, अच्छा बोलूंगी तो क्या होगा, ये बोल दिया तो क्या होगा. So this art of convincing people actually makes me think that they are the best examples of persuasive public speakers. In my honest opinion, in my limited knowledge and experience which I have gathered from different places, I think this is the best category for someone to be into, especially when you're talking about public speaking. It's not just about getting onto the stage and giving your views or anything, but at the same point of time it has got a lot to do with making the other person realize that what you're saying has value in it. What you're saying is going to change the other person's life, and apparently that's the reason the best category of speakers you would find are very good at convincing others. I mean, चाहे वो अपने funny meme तरीके से हो, जैसे कि the ex-president of America, Donald Trump. I've seen a lot of his videos in which he is very blunt or upfront, or maybe at some point you may even find him a little informal. But at the same time, we need not forget the fact that he was definitely a very persuasive speaker, because whatever he said had value, and it also had somewhere down the line the ability to convince the other person in whatever way he is speaking. तो अब तक हमने बात कर ली है 3 तरीकों की, occasional, persuasive and demonstrative. अब हम बात करने वाले हैं अपने 4th and the most important category of public speakers की, and that would be the ones who speak from their heart. Obviously this isn't something that I've picked up from anywhere. This is, I think, something where I find a lot of my own friends, and maybe I myself put into this category. So the ones who speak their views irrespective of what the other person can do in the same context, in terms of that soft competition which you would find out at a lot of places, are definitely the ones who are the most impactful one, because they speak from their heart. I remember until class 8th I never had the courage to step on the stage and speak anything. I very clearly remember that it was the National Science Day, 28th of February, when my biology teacher persuaded me. She was actually one such example of persuasive speaker. She persuaded me to give the first speech on the stage. And you know what? I got so nervous that I forgot half the script. But there was one thing that I definitely had in myself, and that was confidence. I literally repeated half the script one more time, and apparently most other people did not notice. So that was the first experience of mine. From that day till this day, I never feel scared, or I never hold myself back when I see a huge chunk of people who are competing against me. It's absolutely fine for me if I have to go on to the stage and compete with like maybe a million or a gazillion people, because my entire focus at that point of time is not to win something. It's basically to be able to present what I wish to present in the best of my capacity. So I think these were the 4 major categories in which I personally divide the public speakers. In the coming videos, I'm going to talk about how exactly you can improve yourself and look at yourself as a much more confident and impactful public speaker. और इनफैक्ट हम लोग उतनी दूर जाने से पहले भी थोड़ा बहुत इस बारे में चर्चा करेंगे कि भाई ये इम्पैक्टफुल एंड स्ट्रॉन्ग पब्लिक स्पीकर की क्वालिटी होती क्या है, कुछ है भी, या फिर ये सिर्फ एक ऐसी बात है जिसको हम बस सालों से सेलिब्रेट करे जा रहे हैं और उसके बारे में डिस्कस करे जा रहे हैं. आई रियली होप दैट दिस वीडियो एड सम वैल्यू टू योर लाइफ. इफ इट डिड, कंसिडर सब्सक्राइबिंग टू माई चैनल. यार मैं अपने यूट्यूब स्टूडियो पे स्टेटस देख रही थी. There are around 50% of the people who watch my video, they take away the knowledge but they don't subscribe. Why? Come on. It just takes maybe like a few seconds and it doesn't take away anything from your pocket. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel in case you feel that my content can add some value to your life. At the same time, do comment below and tell me which category do you think you would like to keep yourself. बेल आइकन दबा देना ताकि मेरे आगे के सारे अपडेट से आप और मैं जुड़े रहें. So that was it from my side. Bye bye for now. Take great care of yourself. और जल्द मिलते हैं अपने अगले सेक्शन में जहाँ पे हम लोग पब्लिक स्पीकिंग के आर्ट को हम लोग प्रॉपरली डाइसेक्ट करने वाले हैं और वहाँ से बहुत सारी चीज़ें सीखने वाले हैं. So bye bye. Have a great time and I'll see you very soon.